Hello, my name is Solomon Pobi, and my partner's name is Asasina Felix. And this is Group 1, and we'll be having our presentation on Chapter 7, which is how to design our organization and architecture with Calwi's Law in mind. In this chapter, we'll be having some few discussion on the fast flow of work from the development to operations. We'll also talk about the different organizations we have and also the problems that are normally do caused during the time given. We'll also talk talk about the organizational archetypes and also how to optimize most of them to work perfectly for us. As part of this project presentation, we'll be talking, we have some points we'll be talking about. First of all is the organizational archetypes. Second is the problems often caused by overly function orientations. We'll talk about the enabling market-oriented teams, making functional orientation work, and also testing operation and security as everyone's job every day, enabling every team member to be a generalist. Now, these are some of the points we'll be discussing in our presentation. First of all, we would like to talk about the organizational archetypes. And in the organizational archetypes, we have three types of organizational archetypes. The first one is the functional oriented organization, which it is for optimizing for expertise. That's the division of labors. And in this function, actually, there's smart division of labors, which helps in reducing cost. And with this type of organizational archetypes, organizations normally centralize expertise, which help enable the growth of uh, the career and also the skill development. It really helps in this type of function. And with this type of functional organizational archetypes, actually, there's a very tall hierarchy of organization structure. That's when you realize that there's a server admin, there's a network administrator, we have a database administrator, and so forth. And we'll, the second organizational archetype is the matrix. And matrix actually helps us to understand the the responsibility each person has and how responsive the organization is on customer need. This organization tend to flat and then composed of multiple cross-function disciplines. And example of market-oriented organization are the engineering team, the finance team. And this organization actually have a specific goal, and they they help in the operations. And when we talk about external examples, we could have a team like um, Amazon. Uh, we could have also a team like YouTube. They deliver service support and and more. There are more organizations. Now, our our third organizational archetype is the matrix. Actually, matrix combines functional and market organization. However, with the matrix, whoever works in this uh, archetype actually have have a combination of these two is able to uh, contribute to reporting to about two or more managers. And in our slide, actually, the point of understanding the organization is that we say that the combination of functional oriented and marketing and market oriented actually that's what gives us the matrix actually. Uh, our next point is the problem which are often caused by overly functional orientation. And with with this, we will understand that there are long queue and long lead time under this problem caused by overly functional orientation. And this will help us understand that with these uh, problems, actually, we find out that we have poor handoffs, we have large amount of work to be redone. We'll talk about the quality issues, bottlenecks, and delays, which are mostly caused or do happen, and also problems that are exacerbated when multiple value streams has to be served. Oh, and last point is those performing these tasks have little visibility or understanding of their working goal. Our our next point is enabling market-oriented teams. Actually, the market-oriented is meant for optimizing for speed, and it actually helps in the reduction of efforts which is being placed in the the functional orientation. That's optimizing cost, and that enables the market oriented to have many smaller teams which can work together for uh, better results. And with this type of oriented, each team have their own manager, and they all report to the manager who is being assigned to them, and that helps a lot in having good production like an environment. Our next subtopic that we'll be discussing is the testing, operation, and security as everyone's job every day. Now, if we would want to have good production, it is really necessary that everyone plays a role in every job. It doesn't matter who is the who is in charge of security or who is in charge of engineering. So far as everyone knows the skills in that job, he or she is capable of working and to ensure that we have good production at the end. Now, with this type of in this type of subtopic which we are talking about, it helps us to understand that everyone working everywhere actually helps a lot because the assigned parts to everyone. It's it's been done by everyone actually. We know what to do each day, and there's nothing that will be left behind to be solved. Uh, Next point is the enabling every team and every member to be generalized actually. And in in this situation actually, in the extreme situation of the increasing of cost, organization, uh, there are uh, specialists. Probably an example could be the network administrator or the database administrator, and it causes solicitations actually. And most times we realize that when when this part is enabled, we are able to offer opportunities to improve skills and also to have general working environment, which should be really encouraged, helping each team member. Uh, Organizations that do practice this actually, they rely upon every increasing number of technology, and they always have engineers who are really specialized in achieving mastery in these areas. Also, our next point is the fund service and product, not project. And in this part, we would understand that enabling high performing outcome would is to create stable service team with ongoing funding to execute their own strategy and roadmap of initiatives. So it's best when there are more funds which are being implemented in projects, because at the long run it's not a product which is being relied on. It's the project. How well does the project goes on? How well is the development team working on? How is the project coming out? So when teams are assigned to projects, when funds are being given out, members of every team are able to work accordingly to ensure that the project they are doing will come out successfully with good product. And we also spoke about the design team boundaries and aligning them with Carey's law. And in our previous presentations, we spoke a little bit about the Carey's law, and the design team actually, one of the largest challenges is to maintain effective communication and coordinating between people and team. And because of the large number of team members, actually, it's really difficult. Sometimes when people in team reside on a different floor or on different building or probably in different time zone, it's really it creates a lot of problem and difficulties communicating because of the different situation in which they find themselves. Because sometimes when there's a ticket which is being sent to uh, probably an engineer, or probably that should be received from an engineer who is somewhere in a different time zone, it sometimes creates a lot of problems. And as such, small and independent teams are more productive. When we have small and independent teams which are being created, they really help in producing a good work. Now, in conclusion, we we spoke about team chapter 7, which it's mostly about the team organization that can affect the final product, and also the three types of organization we have, which is the functional, the matrix, and then the market. And the functional orientation optimizes for cost, and the matrix also combines the market and the functional orientation. The market orientation optimizes for speed, and the quality, availability, and security should be a goal for organization. This is our presentation for group one. Thank you.